This August the 16th picks edition of the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog has a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Welcome everybody to the MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Friday, August the 15th. We are here to handicap a full slate of action for Saturday, August 16. Joining me for the Friday night special, not the Monday night special, is Mr. Lonte Smith. Lonte, hello mate, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, Mal, man. We got a good slate of games today, this weekend. Hopefully the plays that me and D-Rock gave out yesterday will be okay, and we can give out some winners for the weekend. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Hope you're doing all right as well.
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm in full-on holiday mode, Lonte, in, how many hours? 12, around about 14 hours I will be oofed in the air off to Turkey.
Let's go.
For the week with the family, etc. In fact, with quite a few families, there's 14 of us going on this holiday.
It's a big family.
Tomorrow, so that's exciting. And it's a football first Premier League match of the new season. Tonight was opening day tonight. Hit the lock, my weekend lock. I took in the first game, Lonte, which is always dangerous. I know you don't want to lose your lock in the first game of the weekend, but definitely. I hit it and won. The little ladder hit, survived in the Survivor League. So far, 100% record on the season, Lonte, one match in. So that'll Newcastle kick off tomorrow lunchtime. So hopefully I'll get to watch that in the airport. It is a Friday, and we're always conscious of people's time on a Friday and consuming on a Saturday. So we will crack on. Dominic was first in the chat. I think Dominic was waiting for us at 10 o'clock. So apologies, Dominic, for being a little bit late, but we appreciate you being here. Skrills,
yeah, sure.
Live from the curb, let's eat. Al Gore wants to shout out Liverpool. I enjoyed my pick, but I didn't enjoy them scoring later. And I'm not even reading that entire big name. Don. Yeah, we call you Don for short. Welcome along, mate. Don wants a couple of winners, so let's see if we've got it in us, Lonte. We normally have. 2:20 Eastern, first pitch, the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Chicago Cubs. It is Mike Burrows for the Pirates, left-handed pitcher Shota Imanaga for the Cubs, and they are understandably short at minus 220. Pittsburgh plus 180. No lines on this one as yet. The Pirates, the only game that's finished so far today, the Friday slate, the Pirates won at the Cubs 3-2. Was it a Jack Sawinski home run, I think? And kind of in a way, that makes my play even a little bit easier because the Pirates have had their win. So I'm kind of okay. Because this has to be Cubs or pass, I think, Lonte. There's not much else we can do with this. Mike Burrows just started to drop off a little bit. Last couple of starts, 10 earned runs in total against Cincinnati and San Francisco in his last two starts. He's got a steady high fours ERA. Now, Imanaga suffered a little bit due to the kind of average form of the Cubs. He's been all right, but they haven't won that many of his games. But he's good enough, I think. Pittsburgh against left-handed pitching on the road have been terrible. 4-16 record against left-handed starting on the road, hitting just .214 with an OPS of 583. It's a Cubs run line or nothing else, Lonte. Nothing fancy here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm going to be looking at the Pittsburgh Pirates team total under as well. I think we can see a similar offensively performance from them like we saw today. I thought the Cubs would win today, which is ironic. I think I didn't give it out, but I think that me and D-Rock both like the Cubs. But Imanaga, hasn't been as sharp, as we're accustomed to. He's allowed 6 home runs in his last 4 games. A lot of that, not like underwhelming stuff, has come on the road. When he's at home, he's allowed 2 or less in 4 of his 6 home starts. So he's been pretty good at home. I mean, Burrows, you talked about his earned runs in his last 2 games, 4 home runs in that span as well. So I think that we can get a big outing from the Chicago offense, especially after what we saw today. So I'm looking for a big bounce back effort for Imanaga and Chicago. So I like the -1.5 as well.
Okay. We at times these sort of twilight games here. We've got 3:07 Eastern between the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays, where 2 lefties go to the mount here in Patrick Corbin for Texas and Eric Lauer for the Blue Jays. -140 favourites, the Blue Jays. The Rangers are +125, and the total Lonte 8.5.
Yeah, I think this price is a little high, but I don't really want to lay. I really don't want to take the plus money with the Rangers the way they have been playing. Lauer's been good, man. 2 or less in 9 of his last 11. He's had 4 straight road starts, so he's coming back home where he's had 2 or less in 3 straight. Toronto, I like the under. I think Toronto offensively has been a bit up and down. Corbin's been, everybody's waiting for him to kind of bottom out, but he's been pretty good, 3 or less in 8 straight. He's been solid on the road. Texas offensive woes are still kind of, rearing their head right now. Don't really trust it. I think we can get like a 3-2 type of game here, Mal. Whoever wins is, I guess, whoever you like, but I like the under in the spot.
So I locked up the Blue Jays on Wednesday's show, and they sneaked a win with that Vladdy home run. They beat Matthew Boyd 2-1. But they were -110 that night. I fancy them again here, but -140 isn't quite as appealing. You said people were kind of waiting for Corbin to regress a little bit, and he may be starting to look a little bit tired to me. Thrown 117 pitches now. His last couple of starts have been much shorter, and he's not as sharp on the road. Lauer's been excellent. 2.82 ERA and 106 whip, a 2.57 home ERA. And the Blue Jays are just finding ways to win, averaging 4.7 runs per game at home against lefty starters. And I think that might just be enough to get it done here. So I will take the Blue Jays. I'll be looking for a slightly better price than -140. 4:05 Eastern, the Philadelphia Phillies are at the Washington Nationals. It is Taijuan Walker for the Phillies, taking on Cade Cavalli of the Nationals. -150 Philly, +130 Washington. And the total here is 9.5. Couldn't really get away from the unit and a half play on the Phillies. Again, not a particularly exciting play. Back-to-back excellent starts for Walker. His ERA through July and August has been top class. He has a 2.61 road ERA. Cavalli's had 2 starts now, and Kansas City Royals got to him for 4 earned runs in his second of those last time out. Washington won on Thursday. It was a nice play behind Bradlow, +185. But again, a little bit like Pittsburgh winning today, that kind of makes me slightly more comfortable that the Phillies are going to come back and take this series, which includes them winning this game. So I'll take Philly. I don't mind Philly on the run line, actually, if you don't want to take the -150. But either way, Philly get it done, Lonte.
Yeah, that was my play as well. I think you broke it down pretty good. Cavalli, small sample, one really good, one not so good. It's kind of really not really a bet against him. It's more so a bet on Walker and the way the Phillies have been playing. I mean, 2.93 ERA since rejoining the rotation in July 8th. I mean, his hit rate is a bit high. Multi-home runs allowed in 3 of his last 5, so that's something to kind of monitor. But Washington's offense has kind of been up and down, so I don't really think we have to worry a ton about that. I like the Phillies. I like the team total over. I like them today as well. I think me and D-Rock both gave them out. So I think they win back-to-back games in good fashion. So let's go with the -1.5 for the best play. I think the value there with the plus money will be good. You get all 9 at-bats. If Cavalli can't go, 4 or 5 innings, he get into that bullpen, and Washington is not so good in the bullpen. So I think Phillies can take advantage of that. So Phillies -1.5 for me as well.
Yes, okay. Gio has joined us in the chat. Gio, welcome along. And D. Johnson, occasional makes an appearance and has quarter live show here tonight. So welcome along. I hope you all enjoying your Friday evening. We'll move on once I've let you know about the SGPN app, which you'll get all your podcasts for free in one convenient place, the SGPN app, wherever you get your apps. We are brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on every sport, including MLB, WNBA, golf, and football futures. MyBookie accepts customers from tons of locations. Crypto accepted too. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. T's and C's apply at mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm have renamed powertrains. They are now called Smart Signals. That's the best of what their house model has to offer. AI-detected patterns where Rhythm model has consistently won. Updated daily. No noise, just clean data-backed bets. They've been great on Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton, WNBA. Everything's hitting on Smart Signals. Get your 7-day free trial. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Back to the top of the page for a 4:10 Eastern first pitch between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Mets. We have Brian Wu will go to the mound for Seattle. And on debut, highly touted rookie Nolan McLean will draw the start for the New York Mets. And we'll go off at plus 110. The Mets minus 130 Seattle. Total is 8.5. I believe D-Rock is at the game Friday night. Or is it this tonight or tomorrow he's good? Yeah,
tonight.
He's at tonight.
Yeah, he's there tonight. Yeah.
He was pleading poverty the other day. He was telling me he couldn't afford to go to as many games, but I'm not buying it. He shouldn't be selling it. This rookie's a bit of a talking horse, Lonte. A lot of chat about him.
Yeah, and I mean, I think typically the approach that I take is I generally fade the rookies coming out. I know some people who like to back them simply because of, there's not a lot of, information on them. There's not a lot of, data, and we know the MLB is a data-driven league. So, I mean, it could go both ways. I don't really think there's a perfect way to handicap it. My approach is I think the Mariners have been playing extremely well. So, it is some cases where I would bet the debut pitcher. But again, in this specific spot, with the Mets not playing well, the Mariners playing well, I think the Mariners win today, and I think they win tomorrow as well. So I like the Mariners in this spot. I don't really like the way the Mets have been playing. Now, I'm pretty sure they'll rally behind the kid and try to get him his first win. But I just think that the Mariners at this price is a little bit cheap for going against a rookie and as well as they've been playing.
So traditionally, I say I've been the opposite to you. The rookies, we've got behind the rookies this time of year as well. We've done it for years. It's been a popular play, and I think it's done us well over the years. This kid can do everything. He's sort of a football player and a two-way MLB player. He isn't only going to pitch. He's not going to hit, but he can play every position. He can hit. He's a great football player. Massive athlete. He's just a really athletic kid. Should be a fun watch. Should McLean. High velo. Brian Wu steady. 0.95 whip for Wu is a really nice number. That's a great indicator. Not quite as sharp on the road. I don't mind the under. That number seems high because we kind of prefer the Mariners as an under team. Wu not letting many ducks on the pond. The Mets not hitting particularly well. And if we do think McLean's going to go well, the under is nearly as appealing, but I'm going to stick to me guns. I was only ever going to pick McLean and the Mets in this spot. Would have fancied a bigger price, but we'll take the plus 110 for the Mets under Nolan McLean. Next game, 4:10 Eastern, is the Miami Marlins at the Boston Red Sox. Cal Quantrill for the Fish will go up against Brian Bello for the Red Sox, who are minus 180. Miami plus 150. Total here is 9.5. Quantrill, we kind of rode him a little bit, didn't we? Going back about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe.
Yep.
Still not
him and the Marlins whole staff.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 starts in a row. He's still not going much length. And there was one bad start in there against Houston. I think it was his penultimate outing. And that's still the outlier. The bad start is the outlier. He's been going well. But Brian Bello, he got hit around a bit lately at the Padres, last time at the Padres, but his summer numbers are really good. He's good at home. He's a 3.09 ERA. 13 starts he's had in Fenway. 9 quality starts he's stored in there. They've covered the run line in 8 of his 13 as well. So I think if we're getting plus money for Boston on the run line, that 8 and 13 number is good enough for me to take Bayo over Quantrill. Boston run line, please.
My bad, man. My microphone went out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I like Boston here. I mean, they just, I think it's a perfect spot for Boston, to be quite honest. I took them today as well. I feel like that Boston is, Bayo's been steady all year, between 0 and 3 earned. This is a bounce back spot after allowing 5 to San Diego, and San Diego's been playing a lot better. I know we'll get to them later. But, I mean, Quantrill's, you talked about his length. He was pulled after 47 pitches in his last start, only over 5 in one of his last 5 starts. So he's been okay, but he's allowing contact. He's only had 3 strikeouts or less in 4 of those 5 games as well. So I think Boston, underwhelming in their last series. I think they come back and get a big series here. I like them, the team total over, and I like them -1.5 as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Next game up is the Milwaukee Brewers at the Cincinnati Reds. This game goes off at, I've lost my page there. This is a 6:40 Eastern first pitch. It is Quinn Priester for the Brewers taking on Zach Littell now of the Cincinnati Reds. Reds +110, Brewers -130. Total is 9. Lonte, do you want to get in front of the Brewers yet?
Man, I'm going to back the Brewers. This is a disrespectful price, to be quite honest.
Obvious, Lonte.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be too obvious, which is kind of weird. I mean, I think this is Littell's first home start for Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. But he hasn't been good. I mean, mixed bag overall. Priester's coming off, one of the worst starts of the year. So I think he'll bounce back. He's been solid on the road, 3 combined earned in his last 3. This price is just outrageous to me. I mean, the way that the Brewers have been playing, I know the Reds had 2 really good wins this weekend or over there in the week. So, I mean, I can't back them here. I got to take Priester. I don't really trust Littell. So I'm going to take the short number with the Brewers. I think this is pretty cut and dry for me.
Yeah, you can't get in front of this trade. 12 games we're standing at now. This is Littell's first home start in the Great American Shoebox, as Noah used to call it. He's had 2 starts, but both on the road. I don't think this is a great spot for him, particularly. I had no intention of fading the Brewers. Not at this price. -130 is a perfectly reasonable price. Now, Priester gave up 6 earned last time at the Mets, over 4 1/3, but the Brewers still managed to pick up the win. They won that game 7-6. His road figures are plenty good enough. 3.23 road ERA. So I don't know what we're trying to fade here. There's nothing in it for me. I'll take the Brewers at -130. Next up is the Baltimore Orioles at the Houston Astros. This is a 7:10 Eastern first pitch. It is left-handed pitcher Cade Povich for Baltimore. Houston will throw, I always want to call this geezer, his name's not Jason Alexander. It is Jason Alexander. Not the bloke out of Seinfeld, that little fat baldy bloke. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
Is he called Jason Alexander?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Look, mate, you don't want to know what's going on in my mind. I'm having the odd senior moment here and there lately. Alexander and the Astros, -150. Baltimore and Povich, +125. The total is 8.5. I nearly pulled the trigger on Baltimore here, Povich has had 2 starts since his recall from AAA, and he's been okay without inspiring massive confidence. And I just think Alexander, there's a slight overreaction yet to Alexander's last couple of starts. He's had back-to-back 0 earned run starts. They have caught the eye, but I do think that price is an overreaction. The issue I had with taking Baltimore, Houston are really good at home against lefties. They've got a 19-7 record, so I couldn't really get in the way of that. But I can take some runs. I think we'll see some runs. Both pitchers might be a little bit vulnerable here. So I don't mind Baltimore, but I prefer the total over 8.5, Lonte.
Yeah, this is a tough one for me because price-wise, just off the sheer way of the how Houston's been playing, I wanted to take the minus 1.5. But Alexander, back-to-back scoreless starts like you mentioned, not a ton of hit contact allowed, only 4 hits. But Povich, he's been okay since rejoining the rotation. He's only allowed 4 hits in each of his 2 starts since he came back. So I was looking at the under. I think maybe both pitchers can go well here. I know Alexander's, small sample size. He did pitch both of those starts. His scoreless starts were on the road. So now he's back at home. Houston's playing well. Don't really trust Baltimore on the road. You talk about with the left-handed numbers. I think those are pretty critical as well. So I'm going to take the under. I think this is our first disagreement. So I'm going to take the under on this one, Mal.
Okay, a little crossfire there. That is perfectly reasonable. 7:10. Eastern first pitch is the Atlanta Braves and the Cleveland Guardians. It is left-handed pitcher Joey Wentz for the Braves, taking on Slade Ciccone for the Guardians. This is a match on the books. It is minus 110 each of 2 with the total, Lonte, at 8.5. I struggled with this, Lonte. I made a pick and I hate it. You need to put me right here because this one.
I struggled with this one as well, man, because I think this was, I said yesterday, I thought it was a sell high spot on Atlanta, which I think price-wise, this is like perfect because I would wanted to take Cleveland at, kind of a shorter price and maybe a dog if I could get him. Wentz is coming off, 6 2/3 scoreless in his last road start. He's been pretty solid. Zaccone's contact is up. He's got 10 home runs allowed in his last 8. And Atlanta's offense has actually been really good as of late. If you go to that series with the Mets where they really exploded, had that 9-run inning. So that kind of kept me off of it, Mal. I wanted to go over just strictly because of the way Atlanta's offense has been going. And if Wentz, if he's allowing a lot of contact, Cleveland maybe can get to him as well. So I went over, absolutely hate it. If I had to play it, I would go over if anything, but and maybe Cleveland at home, but it's not something I really love.
So you hate your pick. I hate mine as well because I looked at the team names and I was all right, here we go. Let's get them in and amongst Cleveland. And I came out the other side and my pick is the Braves. So somewhere in the machinery, something's gone here. Joey Wentz has thrown some half-decent starts lately. He's better on the road. Don't mind him at all. In fact, I quite like Joey Wentz. Slade Ciccone's consistently given up a few runs. Cleveland have lost 2 of his last 3 starts. These Cleveland numbers against lefties, they're still only hitting .217. They've got a .440 win percentage against left-handed pitching. So if you're giving me minus 110 each of 2, like I say, I don't mind. I prefer Wentz to Ciccone. And now you've just helped me out there by talking up Atlanta's offensive numbers a little bit. So that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves, Lonte. Next game on the card, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. The Chicago White Sox will take on the Kansas City Royals. It is Sean Burke for the White Sox, and he will take on Michael Lorenzen of the Kansas City Royals, who are minus 170 with the White Sox plus 145, and the total here is 9.5. Sean Burke has dropped off slightly lately. He got good strikeout numbers, actually. I don't mind a strikeout prop on Burke here tomorrow. But he's been quite hittable, kind of in relatively short starts. 144 whip, I think, was a key number recently. But Michael Lorenzen's been bang average too. And neither he or the Royals win enough for me to want to take them at this price. And then you look at the White Sox offensive numbers lately, and they're a whole new team. It's surprisingly good. I think they lead the league in home runs since the All-Star break, Lonte. I mean, if you could have got a bet on that, like who's going to lead the league over the next month, White Sox would have been any price you wanted. Lead the league in home runs. Change of approach is what they've done. Aggressive, early in counts. Fuck it, they're just having a go, do you know what I mean? And I don't mind that. At least they're trying something. Just don't die wondering, and the White Sox won't die wondering. They'll have a go tomorrow. I'm going to take the White Sox at plus 145.
Man, I'm always for a good White Sox bet. I don't hate that. I stayed away from the side, but I would go with your side. I mean, Burke has been really good, 3 or less in 5 straight, low hit rate. He's been solid on the road his last few months. Lorenzen, this is his first start since early July. He did throw 7 scoreless in that start. But again, you don't really know like workload and how it's going to be. So I took the under. I took the under yesterday as well. I think this will be an under series. I know we talked about the home runs for the White Sox, but I think Lorenzen will be okay. It's just we don't know how long he's going to go. But I do like the under in this game. I'll probably maybe look first 5 under as well. Maybe split a unit and go first 5 under. But side-wise, it would be White Sox or nothing. I can't take the Royals right now.
Yeah, I don't mind an under. We'll take a low variance game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Circa Million, Circa Survivor contests at the world's greatest sports book, the Circa Las Vegas. $21 million in guaranteed prizes in these Circa football contests. The boys and girls from SGPN are out there August 21 to 23 for an amazing weekend. 15% off a stay at the Circa with the promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com, use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. And Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. No waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Brand new offer here at Underdog. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code MLB SGPN. Next game is a 7:15 Eastern first pitch between the Detroit Tigers and the Minnesota Twins. It will be Casey Mize for the Tigers, and he will go up against Zebby Matthews for the Twins. This is another match on the books. It is minus 110, each of 2. Total Lonte 8.5.
It's a good line, man. But I think Zebby's gonna get back right. He's been inconsistent lately. If you look at his last 6 starts, 1 earned, 5 earned, no earned, 5 earned, 1 earned, 3 earned in his last 6. So he's been a little bit consistent. He did pitch well at Detroit, 1 earned and 5 innings pitched in that meeting. Casey Mize also been a bit inconsistent. He's got a 6.32 ERA. He had a 6.32 ERA in July. I mean, August has been a little bit better, but he's still been inconsistent. Zebby's actually, his ERA is 5.94 since joining the rotation in mid-July. So, but I do think Detroit is a little bit of a fugazi team. Minnesota, sold off at the deadline, but they're playing okay. This price-wise, I think it's about right. So I'm going to take the Twins and take Matthews. I think Matthews will be able to outduel Mize, and with both of these guys being a little bit inconsistent. But familiarity with the lineup for Matthews, he's been through it, he's seen it. That was on the road, so at home he's going to be a lot better. So let's hope we get one of the good games for Matthews and not those 5 earned games. So I'm going with Minnesota.
Yep, I agree with you. I've got Minnesota first 5. Actually, just the bullpen's been a little bit dodgy lately. Buys a steady away. Detroit have won his last 3 starts. All 3 of those have gone over. But you're right, Detroit haven't been that good lately. And we do like Zebby Matthews, have done for a little while. His 2 August starts have told me he'll be a pitcher I'm looking to finish the season well. We like a pitcher who can run up a sequence. And I think Matthews, between now and the end of the season, might just be able to run up that sequence. The Twins are very backable at home. They're still 6 games over 500 at home. I was surprised when I looked at that because we know they've had such a below-average season. I didn't expect the home figures to be that good. But like I say, reservations about the bullpen. So I will take a Minnesota first 5. Adam Awesome has joined us in the chat. Adam's been giving out his plays on X lately. So I've been following him from the Premier League page and enjoying Adam's picks. Few winners in there, Adam. Shrewd, as always. Our listeners are very shrewd. 7:15 Eastern first pitch. The New York Yankees are at the St. Louis Cardinals. It will be left-handed pitcher Max Fried for the Yankees. Cardinals plus 1. Sonny Gray for the Cardinals, who will be plus 130. The Yankees minus 150. And the total here is 8. Lonte, you 100% have made the same pick as me here. You can't bet Max Fried. The Yankees have won 1 of his last 5 games. And that's perfectly fair reflection because he hasn't pitched well enough, is the short reasoning there. Sonny Gray has pitched back-to-back beauties against the Cubs and the Dodgers, so solid opposition. And although St. Louis aren't ever my favourite play, they've got a good home record as well, a bit like Minnesota. So if there's a time to pick them, don't mind what Gray's doing. Don't mind the Cardinals at home. And I can't have the Yankees all free lately. Home underdog, plus 130, Lonte. Tell me you've gone the same way.
Yeah, I gotta make Max Fried prove it to me. I really do, and it would be different if he wasn't going against a pitcher like Gray, who's been going well. And you gave out the numbers. I mean, two earned runs and 14 innings pitched in his last 2 starts. He's pretty solid at home. I mean, Fried's been, not so good, man. He's got a 6 ERA in his last 7 starts. Hit rate's been a bit high. His road numbers lately have not been as sharp, but he's been obviously, he was so good early on that the ERA still looks good, but he has not been good lately. I mean, you can echo that with the non-success that the Yankees have been having. So I'm going to make Fried prove it to me. I'm going to make it prove it that he can be back to his earlier season form where he was pretty much in that Cy Young race. But as of lately, can't do it. St. Louis is a weird team, but plus money at home, I'll have to take Gray. If it was anybody else on the mound, I would probably stay away. But Gray's been good. St. Louis, decent at home. I'm going to trust them at this plus price.
Team right on the home underdog.
Yes, sir.
In Eastern, the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Colorado Rockies. It will be Ryan Nelson for the Snakes going up against Chase Dollander for the Rockies. Minus 175 Arizona. Colorado plus 155. Total 11.5, Lonte.
Over, Mal. I love this over in the series. I told the listeners and viewers yesterday I was going to bet the over every game this series. That was my lock actually on the show yesterday. I just think that both of these teams offensively, Colorado's been, we talked about the White Sox being really good homer-wise. Colorado's offense has been solid lately, like really, I think above average, maybe even like a top 12, 13-ish level. So they've been good lately. And on the opposite end, Dollander's not been horrible. He's not been good, but he's not been horrible. So he's somewhere in the middle ground. So the volatility that we're going to see in this game, Nelson's been good. 2 or less in 4 of his last 5. But what goes into my over, he's allowed 20 hits in his last 3. So Colorado can hit the ball the way they've been hitting it as of lately. I think we can fly over this number, man. I'm thinking we get like a 9-7, maybe even both teams scored 10 runs type of game here. So I'm going over. I would actually take the Rockies at that plus price. I wouldn't want to deal with the Snakes, although they've been playing well. I don't want to deal with that big of a number. With Dollander, he's been solid. So over and Colorado Rockies for me. So
I wanted runs here, Lonte, the same as you. What put me off was no, it was the Thursday night game because I wanted the total, and I actually took an Arizona team total, and it finished 8-2, and it was I won, and the Rockies. Offense let me down. And I see basically the same game again. It's just the same game. It was Blake Blaylock the other night. This time it's Dollander. It's the same thing. So because I've just seen it and bet it and won on it, I feel the safest option is the Arizona team total, just in case the Rockies shit the bed again. So that's basically it. I wouldn't be put off yours at all, but it's just talking through my pocket from that recent experience of the handicap in the same game and getting it correct. And I don't see a reason to change here. Nelson had been in great form until Texas got to him last time. He hasn't fared well, particularly in Coors, Lonte, which helps you out. He's got an ERA of 11. Not a massive sample size, but still. Dollander's just all over the place. 9.37 home ERA, 156 whip. The Rockies bullpen can compound the issues as well. So, runs. But I'm going to just take the Diamondbacks team total as my play. This is a horrible series, this next one. Don't want anything to do with either of the Tampa Bay Rays or the San Francisco Giants. 9:05 Eastern. First pitch, it is Adrian Hauser for the Rays. Justin Verlander goes for the Giants. Minus 130, San Francisco. Plus 110, the Rays. Lonte, have you seen a total on this game at all?
I haven't, but I can look. Let me see what we got here. Give me 1 second, and I can look it up really quick. San Francisco, I see 8. Minus 111 on the over, minus 106 on the under.
You see, this was counterintuitive to me because initially I looked at both pitches and my first note is that I can't bet either starting pitcher. Nathan's just come into the chat and just said the exact same thing. 2 horrible pitches over. And that was my instinct. And a bit like that other game where I talked, the Atlanta game, I've ended up taking the under. Hauser's given up 4-5-3-3 in his last 4 starts. He's had 2 starts for the Rays, lost them both. So I didn't want to take Tampa. Verlander actually had a couple of decent starts, but then he was back to his old problems, giving up 5 earned last time against Washington in a game they lost 8-0. So I didn't want to take the Giants. They've been poor lately. However, total counterintuitive. The Giants and Verlander have perversely got really strong trends towards the under. Giants at home and Verlander have both been underplays, which I was surprised at. And with neither offense playing well, I just stuck to the data. So it kind of went against everything that I thought it would. And I've ended up taking it under 8, but this will be down my list, I think, Lonte.
Yeah, so, 130 is a solid price. I took San Francisco. I mean, Verlander, he allowed 5 earned in his last start, but prior to that, he's got 1 combined in his previous 3. He's solid at home. I don't really trust Hauser, 9 earned in his last 2. The big thing here is he's given up 39 hits in his last 5 starts. So if I wanted to go over as well with Nathan, but my thing is, I think the Giants maybe can get to 4 or 5, but I'm not sure if the Rays can get to 4. So that's what I looked at. So I'm going to go with the Giants and just take the total out of it. So let's go minus 130 with the Giants. I don't love it. I might take first 5, half a run with Verlander. Hopefully he can bounce back from that horrible start. So Giants first 5. I would lay the 130 before I did anything else, though.
Fair enough. Kevin has joined us in the chat. Kevin, it's a $2 fine, Kevin. Every time you mention football, there's people on Spotify who don't like it. So I have posted a couple of players in the chat. But yeah, throw your $2 in. 9:10 Eastern first pitch is the penultimate game. San Diego Padres at the LA Dodgers. Now, I don't understand what's going on here because both clubs list TBD as their pitcher. I have done all day and all night. I haven't seen a pitcher listed. However, the books are quite happy to list Dylan Cease and Blake Snell in this situation. They're the 2 you handicap, Lonte, yeah?
Yep, both of those. That's what I saw early on. That's what I saw. I usually try to do checks in the morning, midday, and then before we go on. And that's all I've seen. I haven't seen anything different.
So plus 120 the Padres, nominally the Dodgers minus 150. Dylan Cease on a 3-game winning streak, pitched well his last twice. Has a 3.31 career ERA against the Dodgers, which isn't bad because that's quite a large sample size. You've seen the Dodgers a lot. The issue here is he's on the road. Big old splits. 0-7 record, 5.52 ERA. Puts you off because I started handicapping this. I thought, this is going quite well. We might have a little underdog. And then I put the splits in and I reversed immediately back out of that. But 4 games started now for Blake Snell. I'm getting stretched out to 5 innings in his last 2 starts. Has been better. He seems to be growing into it a little bit. His strikeout numbers have been way up his last twice. I haven't seen a total on this. The head-to-head this season between these two, they've seen 9.4 runs per game. Now, I think we'll probably see a total of 9. 7 of the 12 season series have gone over. So we're just nudging in the right direction to the over. And I just fancied some runs here, Lonte.
Yeah, and you know what? I had the same exact thoughts as you, Mal. I was coming in when I was handicapping it. I was like, I had the Padres circled. And then I looked and I seen Cease's road numbers. And just to illustrate that, just in 2 games, he's faced the Dodgers twice this year. He's got 1 great start, 0 earned runs, and 1 horrible start, 6 earned. The difference is that bad start was on the road. So I can't do it here. Although I don't want to take the Dodgers either. I've been trying to catch that falling knife for like 3 weeks, and it's been cutting my hand off, man. I'm not going to have a hand if I bet the Dodgers again. So I'm going to stay away from that. I do think we see some runs. I was looking at a Dylan Cease K prop as well. He had 20 strikeouts in those 2 starts versus the Dodgers. The Dodgers have been like, I don't really know what their issue is. They got all of the requisite talent, and maybe they're just in a bit of a funk, but they've been in this funk like since pre-All-Star, and then it kind of carried over. I thought the All-Star would reset. They was getting guys back. They got Glasnow back. Kershaw's pitching well, which is absolutely a plus because he's probably been the best pitcher in their rotation as far as consistent wise. But they can't beat the Angels. They blow leads. Like, they just un-Dodger-like stuff. Now, maybe they get to postseason and they just blow everybody away, but right now I can't back them. I'm going with the over, and I'm going with that Dylan Cease K prop. I think I don't know what it'll be lined at. I'm not really a prop guy. I leave it to like Adam and Scott for that, but like I would probably ladder it to double digits because I think he can go well striking out. But the difference is he's either like a strikeout or home run type of pitcher on the road. So I do think that's counterintuitive, but we can both get with the strikeouts and the over in this game. So that's what I'm going with.
The one thing I have noticed with the Dodgers, the books haven't reacted in terms of they're still clear favorites.
Liability, man. They know they can't book they can't book anything above a certain price because they'll just get flooded with. I mean, just because
they haven't. Yeah, they're still sitting around kind of plus 225, plus 250. And you'd expect in this run for them to be nudged out. I was expecting them to see a little drift out to 4-1, something like that. But no, you're absolutely right, Lonte. They know they can't. They've just held that price is held absolutely rock solid. Final game here is the LA Angels at the Athletics. This is a 10:05 Eastern first pitch between left-handed pitcher Tyler Anderson, and for the A's it is Luis Morales, a new name to me on this one. This is a match at -110 each of two. Lonte, total is 10.5. Finish us off with a winner.
Yeah, I like over. I would take the A's if anything. I mean, Morales, obviously small sample size, but I'm just going off a fade of Anderson. I mean, he's coming off extended wrist. He had back stiffness, and that's not what you want in your starting pitcher. He's allowed exactly 4 earned in 4 of his last 5, in each of like those 4 games in the last 5, 11 home runs in his last 6. And I don't really trust the Angels are coming off of that big sweep of the Dodgers. They're back in a familiar area with the A's. Morales is kind of in that realm, like where it's not enough data to kind of judge him. So I think he can go okay. I'll trust the A's offensively against Anderson. The Angels, I mean, they're boom or bust. They got a 26% K rate, which is the highest in the MLB. So they're feast or famine. I think they'll be famine tomorrow. I like the Athletics at the short number. I would go over if anything else as well.
Yeah, one of my main notes, Lonte, you hit was that Tyler Anderson gives up 4 runs every start, which is helpful of him because it means we know where we stand, really. The Angels have lost his last 4 starts. Nice little run the Angels on. There's not many hot or cold streaks kicking around MLB at the minute. The Brewers have obviously gone berserk. But the Angels have done okay. They have lost Anderson's last 4 starts. And Morales will act as an opener here, 2 or 3 innings. And when he has done that, and when the Athletics have had a bullpen day, they've been quite successful this season. They are in the win column in terms of ROI. When they've thrown bullpen days, they've won both of his recent starts, Morales. And his comp score, I think that's relatively solid form because we know what Anderson's going to do. But we've seen Morales and the A's be able to hold it together in a bullpen day. I would look at the A's bullpen usage because the bullpen's almost like the engine of this team a little bit. If they're fully ready to go, the A's are competitive. When they're a little bit gassed, you can see it. It reflects in their results, as obvious as it sounds. But yeah, I don't mind the A's here at -110. Lonte, I mean, it's been nearly a week and a half now. Can we remember whose turn it is to go first?
Yep. So we went. This is how it went. We were on back-to-back days, Monday and Tuesday. Yep. You went first Monday. I went first Tuesday.
So now it's your turn. Me. Okay, wait. See, this is what happens when you work with a young man. You can remember stuff, Lonte.
I'm not as young as you think, man. I'm not as young as you think.
Yeah, but you've got 20 years on me, mate. I'll give you that. Right, let's have a look. I'm looking at, for my underdog, the one that immediately stands out is the New York Mets. I'm going to take McLean here, Nolan McLean at plus 110. It's a system we often use, like it. And it's a fun thing to do, is to take the rookie at home in, I think, probably a low scoring game because Brian Wu has been going okay. Oh shit! I've just seen the Cardinals. You could have the Cardinals, Lonte. Oh man, double away.
No, I'm not taking the Cardinals. So if you want to double back, you can grab that. It's cool.
We'll double dog with the Mets and the Cards. That's not a problem. And for my lock, because I saw it, got the T-shirt 2 nights ago, I'm taking an Arizona team total again. And you said there's going to be a gazillion runs here.
Yes,
I just don't trust the Rockies, so I'll take them out. It might be, I'll take it 9-7. Doesn't matter as long as Arizona hit their team total. So Arizona team total to get some runs off Chase, Dollander, Lonte.
Yeah, so at the top of the show, I want to apologize to everybody because I said it was a good slate. This is actually a horrible slate of games. This is like one of the most horrible. Like, as I was looking at it, I'm like, man, this is horrible. So I'm gonna throw out 2 picks. I've never done this before, so let's go with a run line for the lock and the dog. -1.5 for the Cubbies. That is -103. I think the Cubs are gonna destroy Pittsburgh. I do think that the runs will start coming. Especially with Imanaga bouncing back. He's been better at home, but he's not been so good on the road. But he's back at home. Once he shuts that Pittsburgh offense down, I think the offense will wake up for the Cubs, and they'll score 7 or 8 runs. So I like the Cubs -1.5, -103. And for the dog, something we both like, man, I like the Phillies, -1.5, +112. They get all 9 at-bats. Walker's been good. Don't really trust Washington. Cavalli's been okay, so I think that this is a good spot for Philly as well. So let's go Philly -1.5, +117. Oh, no, +112. I'm sorry, +112.
Okay, and finally, the home run picks. This is interesting here because we've got 2 pitchers who love giving up homers here. So you can fade either Zach Littell or you can fade Tyler Anderson. I'm going to fade Tyler Anderson. Right in that last game we just covered, the Angels at the Athletics. This sets up lovely for both pitchers, actually. Littell in that small ballpark in Cincinnati and Anderson pitching at the A's. And I don't know why I just wouldn't take Nick Kurtz. Seems a little bit too obvious. I mean, the cat's out the bag now with Nick Kurtz. He's certainly not a secret anymore. Let me check if there's anyone else I fancy. Was Nick Kurtz? Oh, no, there you go. No, yeah, I'm taking Nick Kurtz. I'm not going to overthink it. I think you could take any one of a number of Athletics or any one of a number of Brewers, but I'll take Nick Kurtz, Lonte.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick with my lock. I think the Cubs are going to have an incredible weekend offensively. And let's go with Pete Crow Armstrong. I know he's been in the dumps. He had 3 for 3 yesterday. So that's in the right direction. Burrows has given up a couple home runs in his last start, 4 home runs in his last 2 starts. I think Pete Armstrong goes yard tomorrow, and we're gonna get a good price because he hasn't homered since July 23rd. So we should get a good price and not what we were getting early on when he was playing well. So I like PCA tomorrow to go yard.
Nice, Lonte. Not afraid to take the cold hitter. You can get him out of his slump. Well done, mate. Weekend is here. What's Friday night look like for Lonte? Night clubbing and all that?
Friday night, I don't know. Actually, just getting prepared for college. I'm actually preparing for college basketball. I know it's but yeah, college basketball is like my strongest sport and what I put the most effort into.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I've actually just been prepping for college basketball. I'm going to do some college football stuff as well, but other than that, man, nothing much, Mal. You're the vacation man. You going to Turkey for
the kids.
Yeah, the kids are excited. I'm sure.
Incredibly excited. I don't know what it's like when you were going away. My missus has been the whole family, me and the 2 kids. She's just been up our arse for the last 48 hours. Fucking unpack this, get this out, tidy this up, move
women,
this.
Man. That's women.
Yeah.
No matter the country, they're still women.
Yeah. without even me packing my stuff. I sat on the bed and she one by one got things out the wardrobe and held them up. And I said yes or no. That was the system. I wasn't
That's beautiful.
Like,
that's beautiful. Man.
a beautiful system, isn't it? I was like a 4-year-old. Honestly, it was ridiculous. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man,
so I'm not going to be back for 8 or 9 days. I'm sure the boys will pick plenty of winners in my absence. So yeah, thanks, Lonte. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. Someone will be back on Sunday night. I'll be back the week after next. Until then, good luck with all your bets, and we will see you down the road. Cheers.